Well, hello, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Welcome to your reading for the month of August. So, I have my notes and I'm going to make sure I get to them. So, we have 5 planets retrograde along with Chiron, which is the wounded healer. So, I want to get to my notes before I start pulling cards. And this is for our earth signs, right, for your sun, moon, rising, and your Venus. So, some of you may have to cross watch other signs as well, depending on what your sun, moon, and rising is. So we tend to really watch mostly our sun sign, but actually, if you're going to watch more, I would suggest also watching your rising sign, because your sun sign is who you're born to be. Your rising sign is a sign that helps you to become who you are. Yeah, it helps your soul to evolve in this life for the contracts that it has made in this lifetime. So let's get to this. We have our angelic messenger cards. We have the Light Seers deck, and I have the book here just because for every card it has like a little blurb down here. Sometimes, just in case I feel like I need to look into that. And then our our angel dreams oracle cards. So Mercury is retrograde, and we know that is about transportation, communication, money, or commerce. So let's not be surprised if, especially transportation travel, and communication gets really dicey during this time up until August 12th, or somewhere about that, depending on where you're living. So how I tend to go through Mercury retrograde, I'm always hit by Mercury retrograde pretty hard. So if you're having a conversation with someone, or if you're having communication and you're with someone and you're not seeing each other's point of view, you're not understanding them, or they're not understanding you, or you feel like you have to prove your point, I would say back off of the conversation and just leave the conversation until everything starts to settle down towards the middle or end of August. Especially if this person or the situation is valuable to you. Sometimes we can push too hard to try to hold on to something, or to get our point across, or to want someone to understand where we're coming from. But during Mercury retrograde, we probably don't want to do that. We probably want to take a step and back off. So as well as Mercury retrograde, we have Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. So Saturn encourages us to reflect on our responsibilities. And what are we responsible for? A lot of times we tend to think we are or feel that we are responsible for other people. Now, of course, if you're a parent and you have little kids, that's one thing. If you have a partner, you have a responsibility, whatever agreement you and your partner made, right, to honor that agreement. But let's not overstep our boundaries for other people and step in to, try to help someone else navigate their life. You can ask if they want help. If they don't, then it's not your responsibility to, again, make them listen or to hear your viewpoint, right? So it's about, reflecting on what your responsibilities truly are, and let's not overinflate those responsibilities, which as humans, we tend to do that. Uranus, right? Uranus is retrograde, and that is a shift in our perspective. And every planet that goes retrograde, that's an invitation to slow down. We're not rushing, we're not getting crazed, although we will feel like we're getting a little crazed, especially when we're trying to get something done and it's not working. So Uranus is asking us just to look at your perspective on some things, the way you're moving through life, the way you feel about life in general, and see if that perspective is still right for you. Right? Again, I say this all the time, we're not in our 5-year-old shoes. Those shoes no longer fit. Is what you're doing now and how you're moving through the world now, is that perspective still working for you, or has it shifted and you need to change your life to accommodate that shift? Neptune. Neptune is retrograde, and that's about our spiritual growth and dissolving illusion. Right? We all have thoughts in our minds or the way we think things should be. But is that real or is it an illusion? So with Neptune retrograde, some of our illusions are going to be dismantled and dissolved because we don't want to live in illusion. We want to live in reality and in absolute truth. So some of that might be coming to the surface for some of us. Now Neptune, rules Pisces. So our Piscean friends might be feeling that a little more than most. Pluto, right? Pluto is retrograde as well, and that's about transformation and confronting traumas from our past, or traumas from our past are going to make their way to the surface. Now, it's already out there, but if you haven't seen it, I did a small little video about meditation and what meditation is, the truths and the myths, what it is, what it isn't. But in our meditation practice, once we start to get really relaxed in our bodies, trauma starts to make its way to the surface, right? Because that now we're relaxed and comfortable enough to be ready to acknowledge this and heal it. So don't be surprised if you're starting a meditation practice and things start to bubble up, and this is what it is supposed to do. So Pluto is retrograde, and so again, we're going to be looking at traumas from our past. Now Chiron is also retrograde. Chiron is the wounded healer. He is depicted by a centaur, like half horse, half human, or half man, which is, what Sagittarius is depicted as well, although we tend to go more for the bow and arrow for Sagittarius. So the wounded healer at Chiron, which is retrograde, so that's going to be bringing to the surface some deep-seated wounds from your past, from your childhood, from friends that betrayed you or that felt like a betrayal. So this is going to be bringing forward some deep-seated wounds, not for all of us, but for some of us. So let's not panic, right, and say, oh, what is it going to stir up? Because here's the thing. Anything that gets stirred up that means it's time for you to heal that, to look at it, to acknowledge it, and to release the energy from your body. But Chiron is also going to help you to find the strength and give you the tools on how to move above or rise above these old traumas. So everything is working in your favor. You may not feel like it, but again, it's time for inner reflections. It's time to slow down. It's not time to rush. So in that slowing down phase, right, is when things can come to the surface. Traumas, old past wounds, but also the information on how to make your way into a healing place. So let's go into Taurus. And let's see for Taurus, what does this month of August hold for Taurus? Again, we have all these planets retrograde. We are in the middle of summer. It is hot. So some of our earth signs might enjoy these retrograde phases because you are very grounded. You don't like things to move too quickly. You like rules and foundations and structures. So if you need to rebuild some structures, our earth signs tend to be happy doing that kind of thing. So let's go and get Taurus. What angelic message is waiting for you or is guiding you, I should say, for the month of August? So let's see. Belief. Card number 7. Now, let's see what this says now. Neptune, we're talking about Neptune being retrograde, and that is about, your spiritual growth. So what is it that you believe in? So I just want to see what the number 7 is in numerology. This way you have something to go by. You are on the right path. You are on the right path, and the outcome will exceed your expectations. The number 7 is a sign that divine magic is supporting you in opening doors of opportunity. So look for those opportunities that are coming your way. And again, you'll probably see them a little easier than most Taurus or earth signs in general, because you're not rushing, right? It is in this stability of it is in the place of being still and stable, right? That we get to receive everything. So belief is guiding you through the month of August. So let's see, Taurus, what the Tarot holds for you as we go through August. A nice, hot, sticky summer. I hope everyone is enjoying your summer. But let's see. Okay. King of Wands, Queen of Swords. These cards came out yesterday for, I think it was Sagittarius in the reading. I did fire yesterday. So let's see. So King of Wands, Queen of Swords. So this is about Queen of Cups. That came out yesterday as well for Leo, I think. This is elevating yourself to not to your next level. I think there's some leaps and bounds or quantum leaps that are happening. But let's see what other cards make their way out for our Taurus friends. 2 queens and a king. So this is also like harnessing in your talents. Although we don't have any earth cards yet that I can see. We have 1 card face down. We don't have any earth cards yet. But this is harnessing in, right? And taking control of or allowing yourself to be guided by who you are at your deepest level. So let's see what else comes out though for our Taurus friends. Okay. At the root of the deck for Taurus, the Fool, right? New beginnings, so taking a new journey. So let's see. So we have belief. We have taking a new journey, the Fool. We have King of Wands, Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups. 8 of Cups has been a very big theme. 8 of Swords, 6 of Cups. So again, with Neptune being retrograde, we're dispelling illusions. So we'll go into, we have the King of Wands, the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Cups. Okay, for some of our Taurus friends, I'm just going to just come out and say this. I wonder, or I'm getting the feeling that you've taken on so much responsibility that has been an illusion that you have to continue taking on the role of being the responsible person or the person in charge or the person that has to make sure everyone else is okay. There's this sense that you've taken on a lot, or you have done a lot, or you're the go-to person for a lot of people. And you've had to call on like a lot of strength. You've had to be very clear in the guidance that you're giving. But are you allowing yourself to be filled? Are you allowing the energy to be returned to you? The Queen of Swords, she's very interesting because she's very logical. She's very calculating in a positive way. You know, she has her sword, so she is the one who cuts off anything that's not necessary. Like, she doesn't deal with the non-necessary things. But she looks like in this card, like she is like dreaming of something else. I want to pull the card, the book for this one, because she looks like she's just off on her journey. But let's see what this says. Again, this is for Taurus. I speak with wisdom and clarity, a thought leader, unbiased decision maker, an excellent communicator, wise and logical counsel, counsel seeking integrity and honesty, being perceptive, intelligent, direct, seeking the truth. So while things are retrograde, right? We talked about Mercury retrograde, and if conversations are not going in a positive direction, to take a step back. So you might find yourself pausing for a minute, trying to find the words to communicate how you're feeling and where you want to go. Right? Again, I kind of get you've been burning things at both ends, or you've been very busy taking on, again, a lot of responsibility. And I think some of you are getting tired, although we don't have like the Hermit or the Four of Swords. But some of you are getting tired, and you really just need to fill yourself up. And where that's coming from, Six of Cups, Eight of Swords, Eight of Cups, right? How do you want your life to be? Is what you're doing in aligned with you? For some of our Taurus friends, it's not. It's not in alignment. And this could be actually your card of disillusionment, right? Taking a look in the mirror, where have you allowed yourself to be pulled back or to be stuck? Or where have you allowed yourself to answer to the calling of others and not listening to the calling of yourself? We have the Eight of Cups. That's moving away from the things that are not working for you and moving back towards yourself. And the Fool, like the colors in the cards are pretty much the same, as well as this. You want to be filled up. I think you're not filled up. I think you've been expelling a lot of energy outward. In order to fill yourself up, you have to walk towards things that are aligned with you, Taurus. There's a new journey waiting for you. There's new opportunities. This is a call to believe in yourself, to believe in the intuition that's coming your way, to believe in the dream that you have for yourself, the dream that you've set for yourself. It's time to release the bondages that may feel like other people have done this or put this on you, but there's a responsibility, right? Again, Saturn, right, is asking us to reflect on our responsibilities. We also have a responsibility to ourselves to set healthy boundaries and to say no. So let's go into your Angel Dreams card, Taurus, and see where that is going to guide you. This is a big move, Taurus. This is huge, especially for our earth signs that like stability. You're going to be moving you're going through a journey that's going to feel a little unstable. Not that you're going to a place that's unstable, but the journey itself of moving out of the everyday structure that you have into a place of the unknown, but you're moving towards yourself. And ultimately, that's the best journey. That's the journey we're supposed to take. And it starts with that belief that there is something more for you, that is something bigger, that this has served you to a point, and that point has come to a conclusion. Yeah, so let's see what these cards hold for our Taurus friends. Okay, 2 cards came out. Dolphin, Cosmic Consciousness, Breath, Sacred Geometry, and Blue, Truth. This is your throat chakra. This is your communication. This is your inner truth. So there's a divine or cosmic consciousness that's been kind of pulling at you for a while, probably telling you need to go try this, or this is, this journey is done for you. And the thing is, if we don't listen, the voice will just get louder inside of us, right? Your inner, that the inner truth is within you. You have belief in that. You hear it. It's time for you to listen to that inner voice, that truth, and it's a thing it's just a knowing. It's not something that you even second guess. You feel it, you hear it in your third eye, your intuition, and it's just a knowing. And it is now time for Taurus to take the steps into their own inner knowing. So Taurus, hopefully this has been helpful to you. This is a big way to start off our earth signs. Let me put everything back in the deck. Again, Taurus, if you have any questions, if you want clarity on any of these cards or this reading, feel free to put a comment in the box below or send me a private message, and I'll be happy to schedule a chat with you. So that is Taurus. So let's go on to our Virgo friends. Hello, Virgo. How are you? Happy August. Nice, hot, steamy month, right? Yeah. At least here it is where I'm at. It's very hot, it's very steamy, and it's summer, right? So actually summer is doing what summer should be doing. So let's see what angelic message is guiding our Virgo friends for the month of August. Yeah, let's see where we are being guided to for our Virgo friends. We know I love myself some Virgos. They're just... Yeah, I just feel so relaxed when I'm in the company of Virgos. I just love them so much. And Virgo, your guidance for August. Willingness. Look at that card. N11, master number. So let's just go into this and let's just see what this 11 holds for you. And it says... There we go. Stay positive. Your thoughts are materializing rapidly, so you want to ensure positive outcomes by focusing only the good within you, within yourself, others, and the situation. So therefore, if any thoughts start to come up that are in conflict of good, you want to put those like thoughts of doubt or resistance, right? They're the ones you want to push aside, because they're not aligned with you. Only stay with the thoughts that feel good. So let's see what the tarot holds right away for our Virgo friends as we go through the month of August. And generally I pull 6 cards, but we'll see what comes out. I mean, yesterday when I was doing the fire signs, extra cards came flying out, so I would always take them. You have 2 major arcana so far, death and rebirth, and the sun. So we're going to go in and we're going to trust this journey, right? Let's see what else. We have a 9 of Pentacles. So yeah, fulfillment. That's also a card of independence, right? Like you make your life work for you. You have created the life that you're living, and you have the ability to create the life that you want if you're not there yet. The card on the root of the deck, Queen of Wands. Like, yeah, like let's have a party for ourselves. Okay, so let's go into the rest of your cards. The Chariot, 3 of Swords, death and rebirth. The Sun, 9 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords again. Sometimes these cards just keep coming out. So, willingness, right? Willing to move forward. Queen of Wands, like you're moving forward, getting a little out of your comfort zone, like maybe becoming the life of the party, right? Where technically you probably wouldn't be the life of the party, or you'd be a little more on the shyer side. But willingness, right? You're moving forward. You are breaking. I kind of get the feeling you're breaking out of a rut. And although 3 of Swords they call it the heartbreak card. I don't think this is it. I think you've been keeping yourself stuck out of a duty or responsibility, because you right away, then you have death and rebirth. Now, maybe for some of our Virgos, you haven't been moving forward because of fear of the unknown. Because our earth signs, they are the planners. They like structure. They like They like things to line up. When we're moving forward, when we're changing directions, when we're going into intuition, that's not a structured way of being, right? There's a lot of unknown, and sometimes our earth signs don't like the unknown. So I wonder for some of our Virgo friends, if maybe you haven't been moving forward out of a place of fear of not knowing what the outcome is going to be. Like, you have this inkling, like you have this passion within you. You have this energy that's burning, like trying to break you free, and you're like, I don't know. But there comes a point where the desire to move forward is much stronger than what we consider the safety of staying where we're at. And then we just have to like drive the chariot, move forward, irrespective of what we know and what we don't know. Death and rebirth is shedding the old self. It is leaving aspects of yourself behind because there's a new you that's ready to bloom. And right away you have the sun, another major arcana. The sun will illuminate. Everything is lining up for you, Virgo. The sun is shining on you, of course, right? It's August. It's hot. It's sunny. But the path is being illuminated for you. So any fear of, like I have to know where I'm going, I have to know how this is going to play out, is going to dispel, because you're going to a place of abundance of your own making. So this could also, the chariot, it's about moving forward. This could also mean that you're grabbing your independence. You're kind of like grabbing the reins of life and finally deciding to take charge of your life. So maybe for some of our Virgo friends, they haven't been taking full charge. They've been kind of letting life be as life is. And universally and globally, there's a lot of shifts. People are breaking free or breaking through because what has been happening and what has been going on is not working. And it was never working. We just went along until we knew better. And so now you're starting to learn better. Again, that sun is illuminating. You are becoming very independent in a lot of aspects of your life. This could be money and finances, but I really think it's independence in your own self. You realize that maybe you've been holding yourself back, or maybe you haven't been seeing yourself as you truly are. Maybe you were seeing yourself through a closed lens, Virgo, and now that lens is, you've taken the cap off the camera lens and you go, oh, wait a minute, there I am. Yeah. Big growth for you, for our Virgo friends. Let's pull your Angel Dreams card and see what Angel Dreams are guiding you for this. This is fabulous, Virgo. I love this for you. I know, right? A little like a pause or hesitation, like, can I do this? Yeah. You're grabbing the reins of life and you are just riding. And some people, riding your life into a new direction. And some people might be going like, what happened? Where are you? Who are you? And you're going to say, I'm becoming myself. I am becoming myself. And this is all these retrograde planets. They're all asking us to become ourself, our authentic self. Not what society told us to be, but who we are on the inside. School, lessons. And school is very fitting, right? I think our earth signs tend to like school. There's a structure about this, and you've learned a lot of lessons. So take the lessons that you've learned in the school of life, Virgo, and apply it to this next phase. Again, you're going into uncharted territories. You're grabbing the reins of life. You know there's an aspect that you're going through a kind of a rebirthing of yourself. You're leaving behind that part of you that maybe was a pleaser, that said yes to everyone and who denied themselves. You're allowing yourself just to dance in the sun with your arms spread out, right? You are ready to live a happy, abundant life because that life is within you and you have the ability to create it. You're letting go the shroud of insecurity or the what has been holding you back. You're pulling off your blindfold. You're taking the cap off of the lens cover. You're seeing yourself clearly. You've learned a lot about life, about yourself, but you've learned a lot about life and how the world works, but how the universal world works. It's a completely different world with a completely different set of values and rules. The rules are a little more flexible, and you're putting that into play, and you are willing to become this next version of yourself. So Virgo, I love this for you. Hopefully this has been helpful. Questions, let me know. Let's put these back in the deck and we will move on to Capricorn. And let's put everything back where it belongs. We'll put this on the top. We'll shuffle and Capricorn. Hello Capricorn, how are you? Oh, my beautiful Capricorns. How is everyone doing? How are Capricorns doing in this heat and hot weather? Maybe not so well. I don't know. Maybe not. Let's see what the angelic messenger holds for our Capricorns. And what is your guidance for the month of August during all of these retrogrades? Right? But again, Capricorn's like, I don't worry about retrograde. I can handle this. Like, I really, I am the finishing touches. It's fine. It's fine. Capricorn, your angelic guidance is divine guidance. This came out yesterday for Leo, I believe. But of course you would get divine guidance, right? You are the royalty of the astrology. So of course you're being divinely guided with heat, passion, and energy. So let's see what the tarot holds for our Capricorn friends out there. And we'll see how this winds up for our Capricorn friends. Divine guidance. So in Capricorns, the ones that I know anyway, are very grounded, but they're also very spiritual. They have a lot of wisdom. And they know that there is more beyond this physical world, right? They know that their gifts and their abilities and their talents comes from something much greater than them. So let's see what the tarot holds for our Capricorn friends. So far, 2 cards face down, Capricorn, nothing coming face up yet. And we'll see. Okay, everything face down. The wheel of fortune. Very interesting, major arcana. So there's always a bigger emphasis when the major arcana shows up, right? Changes, turns, shifts. Ace of Pentacles, 5 of Wands, Page of Pentacles, Page of Swords, 2 of Wands, 10 of Cups. Oh my goodness. Capricorn, you're going there. Again, divine guidance is exactly the card for you. The Wheel of Fortune or the Wheel of Destiny. I like to, it's called the Wheel of Fortune. I like to call it the Wheel of Destiny. I just want to see that the wheel rules Sagittarius, but I want to see what it says in here, what that last line says. I allow the transformative energies of fate. Help me to expand my experience. I allow the transformative energies of fate to help me heal, to help me expand my experience. So again, right? The Wheel of Fate. And again, and I love it when these, not just the cards, but like the coloring in the cards kind of comes together. The Two of Wands, right? So, you're going on a journey. You have some changes coming up. Ace of Pentacles. So aces, we know, are new opportunities. So again, although I'm getting the feeling of a new home. I don't know, for some of you, maybe you're buying a new home, or you're looking into buying a new home, or moving somewhere. But here's the thing with aces. Aces are opportunities being presented to us for each of the elements, right? Earth, air, fire, and water. But it's just the presentation of the opportunity. We then have to take the steps to bring that opportunity into fruition. Like if somebody offers you a new job, well, you have to kind of accept the job, and then you have to do like what's required in that job, right? Or it's not going to go anywhere. So same here. Aces are opportunities coming our way, but we get to decide, do we want to take this opportunity, or do we not want to take it? And if we take it, then we have to take the steps to actually help this opportunity to grow. And I kind of get the feeling, because you have Five of Wands, which is, you know, a little bit of a conflict, and the Page of Pentacles, 2 pages, Page of Swords, 2 of Wands, 10 of Cups. I kind of feel like, Capricorn, that you might not be taking this opportunity. I think that there's another opportunity coming your way. And although there's no other aces on here, I think you have a different dream for yourself. Or I'm getting the feeling that you have a different dream for yourself. And listen, you can take this and then retreat back a little bit if it's not working for you. But I kind of think that you have an idea, because you have the Two of Wands here. You have the idea of where you want to go. I don't think this first offering is it, because right away conflict comes up, and then the Page of Pentacles, this is the Ace of Pentacles, rather, the Page of Pentacles and the Page of Swords comes along and says, hey, wait a minute, we're trying to get to new ground. We can't get to it from this offer. So what ideas can we come up with to move us forward? And as soon as you start to lean into a new way of thinking about things, a new perspective, right, which is our Uranus retrograde, is changing our perspective, then all of a sudden, glimpses of inspiration, Two of Wands, and you start to get this like, oh, wait a minute, this is what feels more aligned for me. And as soon as you do that, 10 of Cups, complete fulfillment. So whatever opportunities are being presented to you, and it may be a great opportunity. The thing is, it's not the right opportunity. If it doesn't light you up, Capricorn, if it doesn't bring you the sense of fulfillment, then it's not the right one for you. And I think you know that. And I think you're kind of a little struggling, because it's like, oh, because sometimes we will do something or take a job just because like it's being offered, or we will stay in a relationship, right? That's not good for us. That's not healthy. That's not the right relationship, but we stay in it anyway, because, you know, what's the alternative? To find a new relationship or to be on our own. But here's the thing, sometimes it's better to be on your own, to find the right thing. I think there's some opportunities, again, coming your way, Capricorn, that are not initially right. You're going to find the right one. And when you do, it's going to be a realization within you. Again, it's going to be divinely guided. And you're going to go, oh, wait a minute. Again, the Wheel of Destiny and Fate, right? And you're going to go, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, this other thing is starring me. This offer is not, this one is. And all of a sudden, once you say yes, complete fulfillment. I mean, you're riding the rainbow of love and happiness. Wow. Earth signs. These are powerful readings. Let's pull out, Capricorn, your Angel Dream Oracle card. And let's see what angel dream is guiding you. Wonderful. Okay, if something popped out, we'll just take it. Dragonfly, transformation, magic, illusion. Okay, so Neptune, right, is dissolving illusion that's not right, and we're leaning into, again, you're going through a major transformative time, Capricorn, and maybe leaning into a little magic, right? This Two of Wands, I always like to think of wands as a magical element, although it's a fire element. It's kind of, there is something about the word wand that just kind of incites, like when you see, years ago, Walt Disney used to have a show on TV when I was a kid, and the cartoon of Tinkerbell, and she'd like wave her magic wand, and this pixie dust would come all over the screen. And there's something about leaning into the magic of life. That divine guidance guiding you back into that magic, trusting that we don't have to take every offer given to us, because we know there's something better for us, right? The wheel of fate will not lead us astray. So there you go, Capricorn. And that is your reading for the month of August. I hope this has found you, given you maybe even some more questions, right? I love when there's a reading and it garners more questions, because that means we're really leaning in, we're paying attention. So our earth signs, right? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, this is your reading, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the month of August. Any questions, reach out. If you would like a deeper dive into your personal situation, my email should be in the description box. And until next time, have a fabulous August, everyone. I will see you soon.